Welcome back to our channel, and thank you for tuning in and thank you for supporting us. But if you are new to this channel and you haven't subscribed yet, please encourage us by doing so that we can bring you the latest news as they come. And together we shall work with our great leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, IPOB, and Eastern Security Network to make our Biafran dream a reality and pull the Fulani Janjaweed to shame. He said. Justice Binta Nyako of the Federal High Court Abuja have blasted Buhari and his Fulani Nigerian government that it is not her fault that hopeless Usodinjo have not been able to help Abubakar Malami, the terrorist Minister of Justice, and the Fulani Nigerian government to gather any evidence against IPOB that will enable her nail Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in her court. She also mocked the Nigerian army with their comedy show of explosives being discovered and that of the criminal DSS, their phantom kidnap of Chinese nationals, all in Imo State, instead of the Fulani Nigerian government to understand that they cannot win Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in court and allow him go freely, unconditionally, before they start negotiation. The Fulani Nigerian government are busy chasing shadows. The Kenyan government have already admitted to the extraordinary retention, which is a human rights crime against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, but the Fulani Nigerian government are trying so hard, but they cannot win any case against our great leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The case that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu sued the Fulani Nigerian government at the Abia State High Court for violating his human rights will be the final straw that would break the camel's back, and it will finally nail the Fulani Nigerian government. Binta Nyako warned Malami, the terrorist Minister of Justice, that he cannot use her as the fall guy by blackmailing her family, her son, and her husband, Muritala Nyako, because they want her to do their bidding. You know, the former governor of Adamawa State, Muritala Nyako, who happens to be the husband of Justice Binta Nyako, the presiding judge of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's court trial at the Federal High Court Abuja, is being blackmailed by the Fulani Nigerian government with a fraud case, and his case has been adjourned to January 24, 2022, which is after Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's trial at the Federal High Court Abuja. The Fulani Nigerian government intentionally moved the case ahead of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's case in order to blackmail Justice Binta Nyako in order to help them do their bidding. They moved it. You know, because the Fulani Nigerian government are afraid after Justice Binta Nyako said she can no longer adjourn Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's case because the Fulani Nigerian government have no evidence against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and there is pressure from the international community for her to conclude the trial. But Buhari and Malami want Justice Binta Nyako to keep Mazi Nnamdi Kanu at the DSS facility long enough until he accepts the Fulani government's conditions. Malami told Justice Binta Nyako that her husband's fate would depend on the type of judgment she delivers against our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu come January 2022. Even though Justice Binta Nyako hates Mazi Nnamdi Kanu because the Fulani Janjaweed naturally hates Biafrans, She told Malami that she has a name and legacy to protect, and she wouldn't want to be arrested by the International Criminal Court for crime against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, a British citizen. Justice NYAKO told Malami that inasmuch as she would rejoice to nail Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, but the Fulani Nigerian government must provide her evidences, concrete evidences that will enable her to do so. That all the evidence that they have been providing are like children's drama. They're like children's drama, and their propagandas against IPOB are not enough to nail Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that they should go back and do their homework. Not that they will say 2 Chinese nationals were kidnapped in Imo State and they blame it on IPOB. That will not work. Or they go and plant some phantom explosive somewhere in Imo State and claim it is IPOB. That will not work. You know, they do all these things in Imo State because their Supreme Court administrator is the one in charge of Imo State. So they can do anything there and go away with it. That's why they are doing it there. You know, according to report, the British High Commissioner to Nigeria, Catriona Laing, has said that the United Kingdom government is hopeful that Buhari will sign the amended Electoral Act into law. Laing averred that the world was watching to see if 2023 election in Nigeria will be secured and conducted relatively well, and if electorate would accept the results and rally round the new leadership. She said it has been a little bit of a rocky road for the zoo called Nigerian democracy since 1999, but the country has stuck with it. Speaking for the UK government and the new US administration, they are very conscious they need to build a coalition of democracies. Laing further added that they were hopeful that INEC would deliver a good election, and the Electoral Act hopefully will be passed soon by Buhari for the electronic transmission of votes. There have been calls on Buhari by various civil society groups to sign the electoral bill into law, even as it seems Buhari was weighing his options and those of his political party and associates before passing the law. You know, they don't want to pass the law. Nigerians and Biafrans, unity beggars, can now see how the Fulani elites are playing them like Ludo. They are playing them like Ludo or Koso, whatever, like game. The Fulani Janjaweed are not straightforward or sincere, and they are not willing to let power leave their hands. The Fulani Janjaweed have worked so hard deceptively to lord it over the fraudulent forced marriage called Nigeria since before Nigerian independence, with the British government playing active role. They will do everything or anything to resist the amended Electoral Act because it will expose not only the Fulani underage voters and the foreign voters, but it will also show that the Fulani does not have the population that they claim to have. The Fulani elite will still want to control whoever becomes the president with their fake population numbers. This is more reason why the unity beggars, both in Nigeria and Biafra, must drop their selfish thoughts and support Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and the cry for referendum and disintegration of Nigeria, because that is the only way or the only time they will enjoy relative peace. You know, they will enjoy relative peace from these marauding Fulani terrorists and, from the Fulani elite, the parasitic Fulani elite. That is the only time. That is the only time they will enjoy freedom. All this moving around they are doing, supporting one Nigeria, they are only helping the Fulani Janjaweed. Thank you, my brothers and my sisters, for watching this video, and bye-bye for now.